Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Unscripted. This is the third episode in this series, and before I want to go on, I want to say a massive thank you for the support on the first two episodes of this mini-series. It's only got like 3, 4, 5 episodes at the very most in it. This may even be the final episode, I don't know, but it's been incredible to see the support on the first two episodes. Obviously, in this series, I'm talking about things that usually I wouldn't talk about, but, you know, the support has been incredible, and that's given me a lot more confidence, and of course, that's a really good thing. So the support's been incredible, and I can't thank you enough for that. And just in general, the support on my videos of late has been really good. This week, on the weekdays, I only uploaded one video per day, which is fine, obviously, but all the videos got some fantastic support. The like to view ratio was really good, barely any dislikes popping up, some here and there, but that's obviously inevitable. But the support has been incredible late, really positive comments, good positive tweets I've been receiving from you guys, and I can't say thank you enough for that. You know what I mean? It really is awesome to know that even like right now, with a pretty stressful period for me right now, as I'm trying to find a new place to live, and mostly my commentaries may feel a little bit more less enthusiastic than usual because I'm just too tired, but the support's been incredible, and because of that, I'm really appreciative of it. And I just want to say a big thank you first and foremost, because I really do appreciate that. And that is one thing about me which I think a lot of people do recognize. I'm always willing to say thanks, because you know, when you guys deserve it for supporting me so much, that's the least I can do, really. So yeah, thank you very much for the support on the first two episodes. I really hope you enjoy this episode as well, and there you go. And also, for those of you that do actually watch the video and not just listen to this in the background, I just want to offer a sincere, heartfelt apology for what you're about to witness, because I mean, yeah, the game is just halfway through, it just becomes a cluster, and it's not good gameplay. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video regardless, and if you are just someone who listens, then that's great, and you won't have to witness this horrible gameplay. But anyway, in today's video, guys, I wanted to talk about charities and organizations I support, and why I put them in the descriptions of my videos, and why they're also on the about section of my channel. So basically, if you're someone who doesn't really look at the descriptions of videos, then I wouldn't blame you, because they're usually pretty much almost identical each time, maybe just a little bit different here and there. And if you're someone who hasn't really gone to the about section of my channel, then you wouldn't notice that I list charities and organizations that I support on those pages. So on the description of every single video I upload, and on the about section of my channel, there's basically, you know, a few charities listed that I support, and basically I thought in this video I'd answer, you know, the question as to why I put them there, and why I list them. So the first thing I should say is that kids are impressionable, but no, I'm going to get that made onto a t-shirt. That's going to be a saying for my channel, kids are impressionable. But the first thing I will say is that I have a really supportive audience. I think that's something which, I mean, I just touched on it right there. I have a really supportive audience. That's something which, if you're new to my channel, you'll find out sooner rather than later if you're someone that goes into the comment section. In my channel, you know, there are haters, there are people that leave negative comments, there are people that leave, you know, hurtful comments and hurtful things said either about me or members of my audience or whatever, but the majority of the time the comments are quite positive, and even if they are criticism, they're usually constructive, which is great, and I always like to see that. So my audience is really supportive. You know, I feel like it's quite mature, to be honest, and it's pretty cool to have that feeling as well, because you know, nowadays on YouTube, like, you know, every YouTube will get hated, I get haters and stuff, but to have the majority of people support me, you know, to have the majority of people that watch me actually support me and like what I'm doing, appreciate what I do, how is that not a pass back? You know, appreciate what I do, like what I do, all of that stuff, it means an awful lot to me, because for me, you know, getting loads and loads of views is obviously important. You know, that's what I want eventually, to get more views onto my channel, you know, thus to earn more money, thus to create better videos, thus to, you know, basically just improve my profile, increase my profile. The views are, of course, are the most important thing on YouTube, but the likes and the comments, even though they don't provide any kind of monetary gain, you know, even though you don't get more money for more likes or whatever, I still really appreciate those, because for me it shows the support, and for me doing YouTube is all about entertaining people and knowing that every single day when I upload a video, someone's enjoyed it. So the likes and the comments, they may not provide any kind of gain in terms of money or whatever, but you know, I just know that whenever I upload a video, if I do get likes, if I do get comments more so than usual, it means that the video's been good, and whether the views are increased or not is, you know, not irrelevant per se, but not as important as just making sure that I know that I've made people happy. But anyway, so basically my channel is really supportive, because as you'll notice, the like to dislike ratio is usually pretty good on my channels, if I don't say so myself. It's pretty good, and Sorry about that. It's pretty good, and that obviously means a lot to me because, again, obviously getting more views would be really important to me. But if I have to sacrifice the like to dislike ratio I have, then I wouldn't want to do it. For example, if someone says to me, you could have, I don't know, 20,000 views on a video, but 10% more dislikes, I would probably say no, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that the people that have watched my videos have actually liked them. Not just literally by clicking the like button, but just enjoyed them in general. So basically, for me, that's really important. Getting to know my audience, making sure my audience know that I appreciate them, and vice versa, obviously, and there you go. And because my audience is really supportive, and because my audience is usually really positive, they seem to appreciate what I do. They seem to appreciate how I do things. It means that a lot of my audience are willing to go the extra mile for me. And I don't just mean by clicking the like button every single video, as much as that is really nice. I mean they're willing to do things they wouldn't normally do for other YouTubers because they really appreciate what I do, I guess. And that means an awful lot. And I know that all YouTubers have been asked at some stage or another whether they could be donated to. But I would like to think I probably get it more than most. I do get a lot of people message me, I do get a lot of people tweet me, leave comments, asking if they can help out on my channel in some way. If that's leaving a donation, if that's just giving me coins, if that's, whatever, basically. I always have people, willing to support me in some way. In fact, earlier on this evening, it's Friday right now, I just got back from the gym. Earlier on this evening, someone tweeted me and said, is there any way I can help you with your channel? And I asked, what do you mean? He said, anything. I appreciate your content and I just wanted to do something to help out. Doing work for my idol would be a dream. And those sort of messages right there, those messages right there are just so nice and so heartfelt, and whenever I read them I always think it's amazing. It really is amazing to know that someone is willing to go that extra mile for me, even if it just means giving me I don't know, 20 pence. It's knowing that someone is willing to go out of their way to either take money out of their own back pocket and give it to me, or donate coins, or do something. I've had people that subscribe to me pretty funny, but I have people that have subscribed to me basically saying that if I needed a place to stay, because obviously I'm moving and it's hard to find a place. I've got my move out date in middle of October. If I need a place to stay, I could possibly stay with them. And it's crazy to know that people would actually be willing to do that for someone who they've never actually met and only know through the internet as someone that they watch on YouTube. It's crazy to know people would do that sort of stuff. But yeah, people are willing to go the extra mile for me. Some of my, I know we like to use the word fans, so I'll just say subscribers. So some of my subscribers, some of my followers are willing to go the extra mile for me, and I really do appreciate that. It means so much. But whenever someone asks me whether they can donate to my channel or whatever, whenever someone asks me, whether they can give me some money or just whatever, even if it's a one-off donation of a tenner or something, whenever someone asks me, I always say, I really do appreciate it. And I need to reiterate that I really do appreciate it. But the answer is no. So I don't take donations. I don't take, I was going to say don't take help. I guess I just don't take donations from people that are willing to give it to me, because I always look at it this way, and I think about my own channel, and I think about who I am as a person, and the way I've always tried to do things in my own life. And as I said in a previous video of mine, I'm not really the protagonist of my own life, which is just so pathetic, but it's true. And I always try and help other people out, as much as possible. And I always think about, my contribution to charities, my contribution to, those that need it most, if you will. I always think about, how much I give and what I give and when I give it, when I donate, when I take money out of the back of my own pocket to give to people, even if it's just a homeless person on the street, what I do, when I do it, how much I do it. I always think about it quite a lot, because I think to myself, am I really a selfish person? I have to ask myself that question all the time. Am I really selfish, or am I selfless? Or am I just average? What kind of person am I? I'm always worried about what people think about me, and I'm worried about the person I truly am, not just what people think and what I think, who I actually really am. And for me, a little bit of an anecdote here, but I remember a few weeks ago, I was in Leeds looking for a place to live, obviously, and I was approached at a train station by a woman who was basically collecting some money for, I can't actually remember the name of the charity, but it's quite a famous charity, specifically for animal welfare. and they asked me whether I'll be willing to set up a monthly donation. They said, you look like a kind of person that loves animals and stuff, and I do. I love wildlife and the environment. They said, would you be willing to set up a monthly donation? And I was willing to have a conversation with them and talk about, basically the state of the world and how awful it is and so on and so forth. And they said, would you be willing to set up a monthly donation? And I said, well, to be completely honest, like, I don't earn that much money, and as much as I support what you're trying to do, and what the message you're trying to spread, and the donations you're getting, I'm sure would be valid and would be used in the right way. Although I appreciate that, and although I understand that, I don't really feel like I would be able to set up a proper monthly donation, because the truth of the matter is, I don't know how much I earn per month, because that's one thing about YouTube which a lot of people don't actually realize. Us YouTubers, unless you've got a sponsor that pays you a consistent amount of money per month, we don't actually know what we're going to earn on our videos month by month, because our videos and our earnings come through views. I talked about likes and comments a minute ago. They don't actually give us any money. The only money we can get, if we're just claiming for the adverts that are displayed on our videos, are the advertised views. The views that come through someone who's not using an ad blocker and is watching a video on their PC or desktop. We don't get paid for mobile views, or at least I don't get paid for mobile views. We only get paid for those views. So we never really know how much money we earn per month. We actually never know how much money we're gonna get each month. Some months we may do really, really well. Some months I may do really well and be like pushing like $2,000. That's like amazing. And then the next month I'll be lucky to get like 600, 700 quid. That's just how YouTube is. It can be so inconsistent sometimes, and it's all about those views. So, for me personally, like when it comes down to donating to charity, I don't actually have monthly donations set up. Quite frankly, I just don't want to put that risk on myself and on my finances, because, as much as I want to give as much as possible, there are going to be some months where I may not earn enough to make sure that if I was donating to a few charities with a monthly donation, that will be coming out of not just the money that I take home, but also my savings account as well, because obviously I just wouldn't be able to afford a donation month by month. So I think about my channel, and I think about who I am as a person, and I think about what I can do to improve my, how do I explain this? I guess, what I can do to, do more, do more for charities and organizations that I can't support month after month, which I would like to do. For me, the dream would not be able to have any worries about this. I'd just be able to donate whenever I wanted, however much I wanted, but sadly I can't do that. And, as much as I do give to charity, as much as possible, as much as I've said before, I've sometimes, treated homeless people to breakfast or lunch. As much as I've, tried to go out of my way to, benefit those that are way less fortunate than me, as much as possible, sometimes it just quite frankly isn't possible. Sometimes it's just not possible for me. And therefore I have to think about, what I can do to make it possible. And I've always thought, what is there I can do? Because I'm not an activist. I'm not like a huge celebrity. I said that before. I'm not a celebrity or a famous person. But I think about my channel, and I think about the supportive audience I have. And I realize that it's a possibility that if someone wants to donate to me, and if I say no, I obviously can't do so, they would still be willing to do something for me anyway, even if it's not a donation. And I think, well, how about listing charities on my channel? How about listing charities? Because it means that if I don't accept donations myself, which I don't right now, I never obviously rule out what I might do in the future, but I don't right now. If I don't accept donations right now, what about if I listed charities and organizations I support? So whenever someone says they would like to donate to me, I say, obviously, it's flattering, but no, I would say no, thank you, because there are more important things to spend your money on, and more important causes to donate to, other than just the longevity of my channel. What about if I just listed charities and I said, instead of donating to me, why not donate to one of these charities? Charities that I list, I have charities like the NSPCC, I have charities like Great Ormond Street Hospital, RSPCA, I'm trying to think of charities I've actually got listed on my channel right now, but I can't think. But I've got a few good reputable charities anyway, Women's Aid, good reputable charities, good charities to donate to of, really sound causes. And I think, if people are willing to donate to me and I say no, maybe they will be willing to donate to that charity. So when someone asks me, can they donate to me, I'll always say no, but if you do want to, if you do want to donate, and if you do want to help in some way, it's not helping me directly in any way, but it's definitely going to make me feel better knowing that, if you've given money to that charity, I know that, your money is going to a good cause. So for me, that's essentially why I list charities and organizations I support, in the descriptions of my videos and also in the about section of my channel, because I know that there are some people out there that are willing to go the extra mile. There are some people out there that, again, some very, very kind people out there and people that I really do appreciate, like all my subscribers, that are willing to do that sort of stuff, willing to donate to me. And if they can donate to a charity because, I said, I don't want a donation myself, but, if you want to donate, then that's great. Then I'm going to feel pretty good about, just who that person is and the fact I would know that, my presence, if you will, has helped in some way, be it minor or nothing. It doesn't matter. As long as I've helped in some way, then I'm going to feel pretty good because I would know that I'm using my tool and my service and my platform for, a good thing. I mean, do those charities need me to advertise their, their sites and their organization? Well, obviously not, Believe it or not, Great Ormond Street Hospital do not need me to stay afloat. But in the end of the day, so long as I can help out in some way, I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to help out in any way, as long as I can help out in some way. And I know that very few people would donate to charities just because I've seen them listed in the descriptions of my videos or on the about section of my channel. Very few people, I know that. But even if it's just one person, and I'll always say this, even if you can just benefit one person in one way, or do something beneficial by, through just one person in some way, it's worth doing. It's worth doing, even if it's just one person that you can help, even if it's just one person that you can help in some way, it's worth doing. And it's the same with this. Even if it's just one person, just the one person out of the thousands of people that watch me, want to donate to a charity because of, what I've got listed on my channel, then yeah, you better believe I'm going to do it, because for me, it's important to know that, I can help in some way, even when I'm not at my best in terms of finances. And I guess my profile in general is not as big as others, obviously. But if I'm helping in some way, then I'm happy. And that's just pretty much how it is. So that's basically why I list charities and organizations in the descriptions of my videos and my about section on my channel. I know that I'm not big. I know I'm not a celebrity. For me, it's a dream to get really big on YouTube and to get to 500,000 subscribers and have 50,000 people a day watch me. For me, it's a dream to get to that level and to earn more money and to, be living in a fancy place and to be able to do the things I've always wanted to do, to be able to buy the things I always wanted to buy, to be able to, live that kind of life, have that dream job with the money as well. But I'll always know that these sort of things here, by giving money to charity, by advertising charities, by doing something in some way with my platform which is positive, is always the main goal. The money, of course, that I will get per month by accepting donations is not going to, as I said before, it's not going to help me drive Ferraris and Lamborghinis and get to that life. It's going to help, obviously, don't get me wrong, because I said before, I do get a lot of people asking me if they can donate because, like I said before, I've got a really supportive audience and that means a lot to me. But for me personally, I think giving it to a charity is far more important. Their causes are way more important than mine, obviously, and if I can help out in some way, even if it's not by directly contributing myself out of my own pocket, if I can help in some way, if I can raise the profile of those charities in some way, then I'm helping in some way, and that's all I can really do is on my channel. As long as I can help in some way, then I'm doing the right thing. But anyway, that basically ends this episode of Unscripted. Hopefully I was a bit clearer in this episode. I tried to sort of speed it up a little bit and not go off the ball a little bit and go on tangents and loads of anecdotes. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode regardless. If you did, then please do leave a like. If I didn't explain my points very well and you want me to explain it further, then feel free to leave me a comment, message me on Twitter, that's totally fine. But thank you for watching the video regardless. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Unscripted, then please do leave a like, as it's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for maybe another episode of Unscripted very soon, but certainly another video on my channel very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.